All right, so let's start off. Um, this video is going to show you how I evaluate multifamily properties by the amount of money they make, and you price it based on the profitability of that property. All right, so we have follow up on offer. I think this lead came in over the weekend, and I made an offer based on how much money it's making. All right, so here, Ampero, she tells me she has it rented for 11 to 800, 11 on one side for the two bedroom. This is a duplex. For the two bedroom, one bath, actually these numbers are reversed. It's really $800 for the two bedroom, one bath, and $1,100 for the two bedroom, two bath. All right, now, based on those numbers, I did some quick calculations and I found these comps right here. This duplex sold at 318,000. Didn't look fully renovated. The pro forma means, in best case scenario with everything rented out, no vacancies, is 3,000 per month. All right, so you see a 3-1 plus a 2-1. All right, so if you'd multiply 3,000 per month into the calculator so you can work it with me. Huh? There's no calculator on this, really? Calculator, okay. All right, so we do 3,000 multiplied by 12. That gives us 36,000. And it's sold for 318. Usually what you work would be the cap rate. That's the professional way to do it. And this is more so of a rough estimation of way to do it. So when you actually go to buy the property, you're going to want to know all the details. But since we don't have the details of any of these properties, you see that can we make this smaller? Let's see. Okay, better. All right, so you see here that, this is stuff I found on the MLS, and it didn't show me any expenses or anything. So unless they're paying for electricity, that's a big expense for a duplex or multifamily building. You can assume that, each tenant is responsible for their own, sorry, their own electricity. And sometimes the landlords are responsible for water, but if they're metered separately, so that's a big thing when people want to buy multifamily, a 4-unit building, 3-unit building, they ask, are there separate meters? Sorry, guys. All right, so you take this 36,000 and you divide it by 318. Now I have friggin' hiccups. And you get 11.3. So that's that 0.113. That's 11.3%. All right, so the next one I found was a triplex, 3 units. It sold for 190. Was sold rent. I don't know what that means. Okay, let's skip that because my notes are inadequate right now. Here's a triplex. I'm assuming, if my memory serves me correctly, that means it was vacant when it sold. All right, so here's 1350 Northwest 26th Street. It's a triplex. Sold for $370,000. The rents were 1,000, 1,000, and 1,500. That means 3,500. So get the calculator out. All right. So 3,500 multiplied by 12 gives you 42,000 gross for the year. Then you divide that by 370. That gives you another 11.3. All right, so we're starting to sense a trend here. All right, so sold in 30 days. Okay, here's another one, a duplex. Sold at 325. It was 2,000 square feet. It's a 3.2 plus 3.2. rented at 1475 plus 1651. So, math, let's just check our math on that. 1475 plus 1651 gives you 3126. All right, yep, 3126 multiplied by 12. I was off by a 1. That gives you 37,512. Divide that by the 325 that it sold for, and you get 11.5 gross return. All right, 11.5 gross return. So that's what they're selling at. So if this lady tells us that she has them rented out at 8 and 11, that's really low. Now that might be too low for the market, and some guys are willing to pay for future value. All right, so 800, let's get the calculator again. 800 plus 1100 is that, multiplied by 12 months is that. Then you divide that by 11.5% equals, oh, did I do that wrong? Okay, let's try that again. 3125 multiplied by 12. Okay, divide that by 11.5%. Enter. Okay, so it's not working the same on this calculator as it does on my phone, so I'll just do it the old way with the decimals. All right, so 3126 multiplied by 12 is that, divided by 0.115 equals $326. So you see it's being sold at the 326. Oh, I'm sorry, we were doing the other calculator. It was 800 plus 1100. 1100 is that, multiplied by 12 equals that, divide that by 0.115, and you get an offer price of 198. So I told her a price range, because this lady, she wanted to get a price over the phone, and we've been doing that a lot lately. So what I did, I optimized the property based on what I think the neighborhood would go for. And you're seeing these two ones that are being rented at a thousand. So she has a 2-1 and a, what does she have? A 2-1 and a 2-2. So I said she can probably get 1,000 for the 2-1 plus 1,200 for the 2-2 per month. Then I multiply that by 12. Then I divide that by the 11.5, 115, and that means, that's 229 that it'll probably sell for in fair condition. If it's really fixed up to the nines and nobody has to come in and make any updates, there's no AC that needs to be repaired, you can probably sell it for more than that if it's rented at the amount that I said. So therefore, I told her an offer price of 198, between 198, which is based on the current rent, and 229. Usually you want to offer based on the current rent, but in a very competitive market, you might have to see into the future and see what it can rent for, and then work backwards. So we need, if we need to somewhere be under there, maybe 188 or 185, so we can make 15 grand, or up to 214. That's probably what I should try to get it in at, get the offer sent in at. All right, so let me show you how we find the comps based on this property address. Once you get into matrix, all right, so search residential income. You go to our residential income property, you put the address, let's do half a mile, close ratio. You also want to look at what's active on the market, and you map it. Just map it, make sure it's in the same neighborhood. All right, Similar neighborhood. Here's the one that sold at 325. You open it up and it shows you the rents here. Monthly income, that's what Mo Inc. means. Monthly income 1475. Boom, boom, boom. No open lease violation, very popular upcoming neighborhood. Newer construction duplex with 2 rent apartments. Alright. Alright, then let's scroll over to the next one. This one closed at 370. That's the one we just looked at. 1,000, 1,000, 1,500. You see right there. Alright, let's keep going. Boom. Boom. This one closed at 318. I think that was on there as well. Alright, so 1,750 unfurnished. 1,200. You want to do the math on that? 1,750 plus 1,200 is 29 times 12. Boom. Divided by 0.115. It's 307. What did that sell at? It sold at 318. Alright, so that's probably because this unit can be rented at 1,800. So let's see if that made a difference. If that made the difference. 1,800 plus 1,200 is 3,000 multiplied by 12. That should be 36,000 divided by 0.115. 313. Alright, so you see you just added that much more value by raising your rent 50 bucks just in that one unit. If you did 50 bucks per unit, then it would have went up, you know, double what it just did. Alright, so next, let's see. So that's what they're selling at. This one looked like it was vacant. Do not disturb tenants, need home with a spot in the man cave. Legal triplex, okay. That one sold at 190. It'll be worth a lot more than 190 once they get it rented. Alright, this one sold at 162. Sold as all offers and commissions subject to third-party approval. Okay, so you gotta look into stuff like that. Was it a short sale? Yes. Alright, so somebody took a loss on that. Sometimes short sales go for market value, but this one didn't. Alright, sorry, that's my tea going off in the microwave. I'm gonna have to reheat that. And here's some stuff that's active. 899,000. Wow. Rented 3,100, 2,100, 1,200. Let's see what that adds up to. 3,100 plus 2,000 plus 1,200 equals that multiplied by 12 divided by 0.115. That puts us at 657. Ooh, that's tight. That's tight. Unless that's in a really nice neighborhood across the other side of the highway, which will put it in Wynwood. Let's see. No, it's not. It's not. For 3 units, 800. That's steep. That's why it's still on the market. How many days? 42 days. Okay. 650. How many units? 1,988. Let's see where that's at. 1,000 plus 900 plus the 8 plus 8 is 1,600. 35 multiplied by 12 divided by 0.115. 365. These people are asking for excellent income property. You're asking for $200 a door. Oh no, it's not. Okay, 650. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. So, yeah, these things are listed 225 days. It's originally listed at 715,000. They previously dropped it to 698. All right, so they're just hoping to find some sucker to buy. It's 525. Listed for 207 days. Here's this old raggedy looking thing. Currently rented at 2650 first floor.